Welcome to the Paycheck to Passion Top Tips video podcast, where we bring you the best advice for everyday entrepreneurs from our podcast interviewees. Okay, so what's on the show today then, Meredith?
So today we're interviewing Greg Hickman, and Greg is really interesting because he sort of does another part of what we do with Paycheck to Passion. You know, we're helping people get ideas and get inspired to move from a corporate job to their passion job. Well, Greg really helps people formulate a plan to do that. And he gave us some really good information in today's interview about exactly in a step-by-step logical way how to plan your escape so that you don't die, you know, so that your business is, and he even talked about different, you know, if you need to make money quickly, this is what you do. If you're working on this and building it from the side of your current employment, this is what you do. And so I thought this interview was very helpful and packed with a lot of really good information.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are thinking of taking that move, then Greg is certainly the person you want to listen to. So yeah, let's go and hear what he's got to say. So if you were to give somebody who's just starting out on this path, you know, maybe wanting to leave the corporate career and start their own business, what would be your top 5 tips to those people?
The first one, pick a date.
Right.
You know, you have to declare the date that you are going to leave. If it's a year out, if it's 2 years out, doesn't matter. Pick a date. Half the people that I talk to, they're like, I want to leave my job. And I'm like, all right, well, when are you going to do it? And they're like, I don't know. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, your plan needs to get, whatever plan you create needs to get you to be able to leave by this date that you create. And by having a date, I guarantee you will find ways to get there. So number 1, have a date. Number 2 is understand your expenses down to a T, and combination of that is lower them as low as you possibly can, which might mean you have to make some sacrifices. Maybe you have to sell a house. Maybe you have to sell your car. Maybe you got to move into a smaller apartment. Maybe you need to scale back on going out as much or eating dinner out as much. A lot of these things are sacrifices, but they're short-term sacrifices that will help you get to your goal. So date, understand your expenses, and minimize them as much as possible. 3, I would say, is, you know, work on your craft of creating, you know, and delivering some sort of value that you can charge for. So for me, that was mobile. You know, I was doing consulting first. You know, I took that to a podcast and a blog, and, you know, was then able to find ways to monetize that through training and things like that. But the fastest way is to take something that you already know how to do and start doing it for people outside of your full-time job. So that would be 3. 4 is identify the steps and actions that you need to take every single day that will help you get to that end result, right, of leaving. That might be, you know, writing 1 blog post every single day, or doing, you know, 2 podcast interviews a week, you know, whatever that is. You know, identify the little habits that you need to create that will help you in that journey. And number 5 is get in a mastermind group. This is a group where you join with people in and around your same level that are trying to accomplish similar things, and meet on a weekly basis. And you basically hold each other accountable. And you have, I think the ones that meet weekly are some of the best. I know people meet less than that, but having this group that you meet with and, you know, say, hey, by next week, I'm going to have done this. And when you meet with them next week, if you haven't done it, you know, they're going to be on your case about it. You know, so having those people on your side and along for the journey is, you know, has been one of the single most important things. And I'm going to give you a 6th bonus one. The 6th one is get a coach or a mentor. You know, I've worked with mentors that, you know, have offered up, you know, a lot of value for free. And then typically the ones that charge are coaches, but they both offer tremendous value in different ways. And I've been working with 2 different coaches over the the last 3 years. And I meet with my coach basically once a week for an hour, and we go over what I'm working on. And they really provide a lot of value and guidance and insight as to how I should focus and all that stuff. So I would not be where I'm at, and I don't think many people get to where they want to be if they're not in a mastermind and they aren't working and seeking out mentors or coaches.
Thank you for listening. If you would like more, then all our episodes are available on iTunes or on our website at paychecktopassion.com. There you can find additional resources, you can ask us a question, or just get in touch. See you next time.